Everything's frozen. Look at them logs. Ponds froze. Everything. I don't know about where y'all are at, but everything here is absolutely froze up. And as you can see, all the logs and everything are solid ice. We didn't have really a whole lot of snow, but just a bunch of ice, about a half inch to an inch of ice, and it just covered everything. And it's made these logs where it dulls the blades pretty quick. That ice just demolished, especially on these 747s. The tip is real fine, and so it just absolutely wants to break that tip off after going through there so many times. But I mean, we've been sawing, been hammering down. I tell you what else, when we came in, the log deck, my conveyor out there where the belts at, all that was iced over and frozen. We had to take a blowtorch and blow all the pulleys, the chains, take the loaders and bounce logs on the log deck and break the chain loose. In the end of those log decks, there's two gears that are open, and they freeze up when it rains and then turns real cold and just makes the whole end of the log deck where it won't move. You guys that are like in Canada and stuff like that, I feel for you guys sawing. That's got to be rough all the time. It slows the saws down and everything. It was about 5 degrees here when I looked at it last, but it was colder than that. It was like 0 the last couple of nights with the wind chill below that. You detangling that chain? Can you detangle it? I got my boy here detangling chainsaw chains. Tyler had one knotted up a minute ago he brought in here that had been sitting out there. I don't know where he put it. You can still go pretty fast in these poplars as long as they're not like froze solid. But some of these logs, the water in them and stuff, if they're green, will freeze and you'll just be going through there and the whole blade will just rise up if you're not watching. We ain't really had a whole lot of trouble, but I've had it do it in the past. These were decently drier logs before it got cold, and that's one good thing. If you can keep your logs dry for, something like this, then the water won't freeze in them. But you can't do that on veneer logs. You got to keep them wet all the time. You see all the ice and everything that's on them logs. We've been hitting them with hammers and everything else, knocking the big old chunks off. And then in the loaders, we take the boom and squeeze them and flip them around and shake them and try to knock some of it off. But if a man was in Canada and stuff like that, where it stayed real cold all the time, you'd want a debarker on here for sure. I just don't run it normally. I took mine off because I can just outrun it. It just bounces and stuff across through there and jars the head and everything else. Should have sent that to China. I have to shave this knot off the front of this. I'm going to make you guys a video showcasing how we set our mills up and just tell you everything that we do to check to get the optimal performance out of your mill, because I know a lot of you guys that are sawing, you know, you get these mills and you expect them to saw super fast, but the person that had it before you, or even Woodmizer, doesn't put the bigger blade guide rollers on there. There's a lot of things that play a role in being able to saw fast. And you know, even on this colder stuff, you really want the optimal performance out of your mill, because you'll really tell it when you hit a hickory that's frozen or something like that. So I was going to make a video very detailed showing everything we do, check, go over, and that way you guys could see all the things to look for. And I'll tell you another thing that, so our 22 has the DEF system on it. And my 15 that you see here, you can turn the engine RPM up and down on it. And a lot of people don't know that. And so if that's not turned all the way up on your machine, like we had a guy the other day that we was talking with, and someone had turned his machine down and it was only turning like 5,400 RPM or something to the blade, and you want it about 5,800 RPM at the blade, and you don't want to lose that speed before you start. Now obviously when you hit the log you're going to lose speed, but you don't want your belt slipping or anything like that. And so I'm going to make a video going over every bit of that so you guys can check your mills. And some of it will even be good for 50s and things like that. But we don't run the factory belt, and that's another reason that we're able to pull these mills down so far. We run an aftermarket belt, and it grips way harder than the Woodmizer one does. We've had really good luck with it. But I truly think it's a better belt. It definitely takes a beating more, as in when a blade hits it and nicks it, it lasts longer than the Woodmizer one. The back side of the Woodmizer one seems to break open a lot easier. But I'll show all that in the video coming up. Well, hickory's hard. leave them sidearms up because a lot of these logs with the ice on them, what happens is you let them out of the clamp, and if they're on a circular side like right here and you let it out of the clamp, sometimes they'll just slide, like want to slide off the mill because the ice just sits on that metal and it makes it slick. So you got to really watch when they've got a lot of ice on them. This one doesn't have a lot of ice on it. It's probably below the top of the logs. But it's not getting above freezing here for another week, and so it's going to make sawing rough. You guys that are in real cold climates, what are you running for blade lube? Are you just running straight diesel? Because that's what we do when it's like this. That way we don't have to worry about the line freezing or anything like that. Well, we run diesel and hydraulic fluid, but I mean, what are you guys running? I know you ain't running water. See, you can see all the logs and everything. The floor, like our concrete, is just solid ice out through here. It's just, I mean, it's like a skating rink. You knock that snow off, and like even up under the pavilion where my truck's at over there, my water tank, everything. So we use this water tank, we fill it up, and I've even got one of them electric heaters in there, but it was froze on top. It's not froze solid all the way, but it's definitely froze a lot of it, and that little heater helps, but man, when it's 0 degrees and that wind's blowing, it's just too cold. But all the logs, you can see all the ice and stuff on them, they just jammed up. Look at this under this right here. I mean, it's a skating rink all the way up under here where my truck's at and everything. What? Come on. Oh, junky traction control kicked in.
Hello. Hi. This is a big chunk of ice, people.
Here, we'll see if it gets a little more fun. We'll turn that off. Gotta get that advanced track all the way off. Now it should let me have fun. It's slick.